If you ever meet an accident, the affected party will definitely do its best to squeeze all the money out of you. That's perfectly normal because you're the one who collided with them and they're just victims. Of course, there's always the liability car insurance, which is the most basic of all insurance policy forms. It's also required in all states, except 2. The liability car insurance will pay for the repair expenses on the affected party's car. It will also pay for accident-related injuries. However, the affected party will do its best to take as much money from the policy even when they are already compensated, which is why you should increase your insurance policy's limits. But also remember that even though you increase your policy's limits, you will still have a lot to pay for because the liability auto insurance will not pay for your own repairs and your own injuries. Also, there's maximum as to how much the policy can pay. $20,000 is the maximum the policy can pay for each affected person in the accident and a max of $50,000 per accident. Damage to property will only be up to $30,000 and no more. Yes, the policy is indeed helpful. Sadly, this does not cover your own car's repairs and your injuries. Car repairs are very costly and not to mention hospital fees, as well. It's a good idea to find another insurance to complement the liability car insurance because the policy will not cover theft, too. Here's a short example. I have a friend who only has liability auto insurance. He met an accident, bumping into an old man's old truck. The man was fine because the collision wasn't strong. However, the man still sued him for injuries. He was compensated for $1,000, despite the fact that he didn't have any major injuries. But he didn't stop there. He also sued my friend for $50,000. Sadly, my friend only had up to $25,000 insurance compensation. When the man got the $25,000, he simply dropped that case. If pressed on the case, my friend would have sacrificed his property to pay the old man. It was just a minor collision and she was paid $25,000 for it. Even though my friend was freed from his problem with the old man, he still had to pay for the damage to his vehicle. What happened to my friend should be lesson to everyone. You must believe me when I tell you that the affected party will really do its best to get all the money they can from you because they are the ones affected, after all. The liability auto insurance will never really suffice. You still have to complement it with something else. It's easy to look for insurance online. Lots of providers allow online application and processing, so it's a good idea to look there. Plus, processing is very convenient. One shouldn't take these insurance policies for granted. We should all know how important they are. Always take time to learn more about your policy so that no loophole can be exploited in case something happens. Before even thinking of buying your very own car, learn about insurance policies and the liability car insurance, specifically. This is where you'll be starting off, so it's a good idea to do some additional reading about it before getting a car. Learning about liability car insurance is easy. It's easy to understand, and if you want to know more about it, you can go to Liability Car Insurance. Share this video and subscribe for more interesting auto insurance tips.